we understand we got a news conference coming up now. Police are walking back to the mics as they've been doing throughout the day, which means they're getting ready for another.
How you doing?
Here we go.
In just a few seconds, Chief Manger of the Montgomery County Police Department will make a statement.
Hold on.
With him is the chief from Montgomery County Fire Rescue, Richard Bowers, and also with him is the Montgomery County State's Attorney, John McCarthy. This will be Chief Manger.
At approximately 1 o'clock this afternoon, an Asian male entered the Discovery Building in Silver Spring. He had what we believe to be explosive devices strapped to his front and back. He also had a handgun. There are reports that we've not confirmed yet that he did fire a shot when he came in. He took 3 people hostage near the lobby area of at the entrance to the building. Over the past several hours, we have been in negotiations with the man. Approximately 10 minutes ago, the suspect was shot by police officers. A device appeared to go off. We haven't confirmed that as of this time. We saw some smoke, may have heard a pop. But we haven't confirmed all that information yet. The hostages, there were 3 hostages. All the hostages are safe and are out of the building. At this point, we are still, it's still an operation, a joint operation between the police and fire rescue, because there are other suspected devices in the building that have not been rendered safe. And at this point, the operation at this point is to make sure that those devices are rendered safe and removed. Again, all the hostages got out safely. I don't believe that there's any injuries, but we will confirm that once we get a chance to talk at more length with the hostages. Again, we also have to clear the rest of the building. Where we could see the suspect, we know is clear, but there's further area in the on the first floor of the building that has not been checked yet. So obviously, we still have more to do. But at this point, the suspect is in custody. I do not know his condition at this point. And the 3 hostages that we could see that were near the suspect are safe, have been safely removed.
Why did you shoot him? Why did you shoot him?
Obviously, that there's going to be anytime there's a use of deadly force by police officers, it's a long investigation, and that will go through the investigative process.
Threatening the hostages at that point?
Based on the information that we had, we believed that it was that the hostages' life were in danger.
Was he shot from inside?
I don't know the answer to that.
Just to be
Was
clear,
he
once
becoming more agitated?
I don't know the order in which he went down and the explosive device went off.
Okay. Was he becoming more agitated? Were you concerned about him?
We had been talking to him for several hours, and he had a wide range of emotions during our negotiations.
And what was his complaint directed at the Discovery Communications building?
I don't have all that information. I know that he had some history with the folks at Discovery Channel, and I believe, in fact, that that he was arrested here a couple of years ago, and so there is some history between he and the Discovery folks.
The explosion went off that he was wearing. Is he still in one piece?
I don't know. I don't have any information on the condition of the suspect.
Was he dead?
I don't have any information on the condition of the suspect. I don't have any information.
When was your last communication with him?
Just a few minutes before it was over. Pardon me? 4:48.
And Chief, what other devices are you referring to when you say that there are other devices in the building?
There are other devices that we suspect may be explosive devices that we don't know why they're in backpacks, and we don't know for certain who brought them in, what they are. We suspect that he may have brought them in, so we have to render them safe before this operation's over.
He's in custody. That makes it sound as if he's alive. Is he?
I don't know the suspect's condition.
But you know he's in custody.
We know that he's in custody. Pardon me?
Was he alive when you took him out?
I don't know the condition of the suspect
Sir,
at
is
this
he in
point.
the building?
But is he on the way to the hospital, or is he there? Do you know anything like that?
I don't believe we've removed him from the building. Again, the building is not safe because of the devices that we have not rendered safe in that area.
Sir, are you confirmed whether the hospital?
More than one person was involved.
This is the investigative part of this is just beginning. There's a lot of information that we need to go through, and we'll have another briefing when we get more information. Thank you.
Chief, did the hostages walk out? Male or female?
6 o'clock.
All right, so there you have the breaking news coming into the Situation Room. Even as we speak right now, it looks like this hostage crisis situation in Silver Spring, Maryland, has been resolved. We just heard from the Montgomery County Police Chief saying that the suspect, James Lee, 43 years old, has been shot. He does not know the condition of the suspect, but the suspect is in custody. Right now, we also have been told by the Montgomery County Police Chief that the 3 hostages are safe. They are fine. They're going through the building right now, the Discovery Channel headquarters in Silver Spring, Maryland, right outside Washington, D.C., to make sure that there is no explosives left in the backpacks or anything else that this suspect brought into that building. Brianna Keeler, our correspondent, is on the scene for us. Brianna, a dramatic development. It looks, at least right now, we're keeping our fingers crossed, it looks like it's been resolved with the exception of making sure that none of those backpacks have any explosive devices or anything dangerous inside.
Yeah, it looks like it's been resolved, at least insofar as we're talking about hostages at this point. We heard from the police chief they don't believe there are any injuries, but there were 3 hostages and they are now out safe. What's a little confusing here, Wolf, is what the condition of the gunman is. Because apparently, as this press conference was wrapping up here, the chief had said that he was in custody, but he also says he doesn't know what his condition is. He doesn't know if he is alive or if he is dead. And because there is some concern, because he had devices strapped to his body that were believed to be of an explosive nature, and apparently one even somehow maybe sort of detonated or let off a puff of smoke as he was shot, as the gunman was shot. There is a concern about the safety of really going into where this suspect is. And so, Wolf, we don't know if this suspect is alive or dead, and really what the next step is here.
So what you're seeing right now, Brianna, I take it, are a lot of law enforcement, fire personnel, emergency medical personnel. They're still on the scene right now, but the bomb detonation units, they'll go through this building to make sure that none of those backpacks or whatever have any explosive devices. That's what's apparently happening right now.
Yeah, that is exactly what is happening right now. They're not sure that the building is safe, is what they said, and they are concerned about these devices. They were described, at least what the suspect was wearing, as metallic canisters that were attached to the front and the back of his body. And there are really spotty details about exactly what else might be in there, but that is the obvious concern. It's not safe right now for authorities to go in. So what they did was, fearing, they said, that the hostages' lives were in danger, police shot this suspect after negotiations had been going on for some time, and they got those hostages out. One of the questions that was asked, one of the questions asked here was, why did they feel that the hostages' lives were in danger, Wolf? And we heard from the police chief that as they were going through negotiations with this suspect, that he was experiencing a broad range of emotions, is how the police chief put it. So obviously he was behaving very erratically, and there was concern that they weren't going to be able to certainly come to a peaceful conclusion here. And so this was at 4:48, so really just less than 20 minutes ago when police took this action, and the gunman was shot.
All right, Brianna, I want you to stand by. Tom Fuentes is joining us right now. He's a former assistant FBI director. He's a CNN contributor. It looks like this is over with right now, unless you have a different assumption, Tom.
It would appear so, Wolf. And of course, it's going to take probably several hours to go through that entire building, room by room, closet by closet, to not only make sure there are no other devices, but also to make sure there aren't other office workers hiding somewhere, not knowing what's going on, not knowing if it's safe to come out. But
at what point, Tom, because you've been involved in these kinds of hostage situations with a gunman, at what point do the local authorities or the FBI, who may have been involved as well, at what point do they decide they have no choice but to shoot the gunman?
Well, they have these negotiations going on at this point for about 2 hours, 45 minutes. And the negotiators, who are in constant discussion with the individual, when they believe that they just can't carry on a rational discussion, that he's becoming increasingly either agitated, unstable, his mental and emotional condition is such that he's liable to just any second cause direct harm to the hostages, the commanders would take that decision that if they can remove him from the situation, to do so. Very similar to what we saw with the Navy SEALs and the captain of the Alabama Maersk, who was being held hostage by Somali pirates. When they reached a point where they felt that negotiations were not going to be successful, he's not going to give up peacefully, and possibly poses a direct threat to those hostages for them to be killed, then the commander is going to make the decision to go ahead and end it.
Well, it looks like this incident is over with. We'll stay on top of it. Of course, Tom, thanks very much. Just to recap for our viewers, the suspect, James Lee, 43 years old, has been shot by local law enforcement. We don't know his condition right now. The 3 hostages he was holding have been released. They are fine, according to the Montgomery County Police Chief. That's right outside Washington, D.C., in Silver Spring, Maryland. All this occurring at the Discovery Channel headquarters in Silver Spring. We'll update you on this story and as we get more information. But fortunately, it looks like this situation has been resolved right now.